Hello and welcome to week 6. This is your teacher, Dr. Carola Fortner, and this is our last week of the class already. Boy, these classes go fast. So here we look at children who are age 6 through 12, and that's a really different kind of step already away from those preschool years and towards more independence. And there are also more demands on children that age. So when you talk about Erik Erikson and the stages in terms of industry versus inferiority, children at this age are expected to be much more industrious. And if that doesn't work out for them, they get a sense of inferiority because they very much compare each other themselves to others. And so we kind of often see children in middle school already that they start feeling like they can't do it, whatever that is it, math or English or sports or whatever. And it's a time where we need to protect their self-esteem and their sense of self and their slowly building identity. And that's why one of our assignments in the discussion this week is about self-esteem. So when we're looking at this week's assignments, we have our discussion, and here we get to talk about self-esteem, and we then also have our first assignment, again, the case study William part 4, and we have finally a research article. So let's take a look at this large final assignment. Here's your research analysis, and you're supposed to show off your skills in terms of writing, selecting a research article, and then writing an essay about it, and that's supposed to be about 5 to 7 pages long, double-spaced, and that is not counting the cover page and the a reference page. So the research question is, what is this research study about that you're selecting? What questions were the authors attempting to answer? And why is this research important? Then you want to discuss the methods. What methods did they use to answer these questions? You want to review some of the key findings. What were the key findings of the study? And just as a hint, oftentimes you find the key findings in the last section of the paper in the discussion. Then do they justify the results? How do they explain it? How do they feel that their results are trustworthy, and what are their final conclusions? You want to also add then a personal response in terms of were you surprised by any of the findings, why or why not? How does this fit with what you have learned in this course? And then apply the various theories and concepts of child development to discuss whether these research findings can be explained by what you read in the text. So make sure again that you cite APA format properly and in the references that you use. If you have any questions about this assignment, start early and ask me any questions so that you can still be on time. If you look at the rubric also for that assignment, it will give you a lot of good information. Now there is some help here. We have a link to the data help Hatch database help in the Hatch library so you can find your article. There's also a link to help you looking at advanced search techniques to find scholarly articles, and also the Hatch Library resources, and one of those resources is Help with APA. Now, if you're not quite sure if your research article is actual research, you can certainly contact me and share the article before you get into it too deep, and I'll be happy to help you figure out if this is the proper article or not. So that's basically what we're doing this week. I hope you enjoyed the class, and don't forget to give some course evaluation for the instructor. And as always, contact me with any questions that you might have.